Okay, so this is Jason Burkey. Jason is the co-star of the new movie October Baby, just released March 23rd. How are you doing, Jason?
Good, Clay. Thank you for talking with me.
Yeah, man, I saw the film when we met down at the film festival in Charlotte, North Carolina. How do you like the film festival? Do you like being out there with people, or is it nerve-wracking to sit there while people watch you on screen?
I think at first time I saw it on the big screen, it was kind of surreal, a little strange. My nose looks 10 times bigger than it does in real life. But yeah, it was cool. It was a great experience in Charlotte. We got a great response from the audience, and it was fun to be there.
So you released on March 23rd, and there was a little film called The Hunger Games, which came out that day.
Yes.
Did you guys match up pretty well at the box office?
I think Samuel Goldwyn, who helped distribute it, really knew what they were doing, because Hunger Games kind of plowed the rest of the competition out of the way, and we just snuck in behind them, and and ended up 8th in the box office.
I saw that. You guys did really well.
Yeah, we finished 8th, which is just incredible because we're only in 390 theaters, and every other movie that's out is in at least 1,000. Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know if any of us were expecting that.
Yeah, I was pretty pumped when I saw that because you guys were on about 1/10 of the screens of a lot of movies, and to have that kind of a finish, that was pretty solid.
Yeah,
so
we were very excited when we saw that.
Now let's talk about October Baby for a minute, because this is a film that deals with heavy subjects, and just give us a quick synopsis of how you define what the movie's about.
Yeah, the film is about Hannah, this 19-year-old girl who discovers she's adopted and that she's a survivor of an abortion attempt. So she goes on this journey to try to get some answers about her past. And I played Jason, her childhood best friend, and I kind of convinced her to go on this trip. And I go with her, and I'm kind of like the one truth that she has in her life to hang on to.
That's Hannah. She's played by Rachel Hendricks.
Yes, played by Rachel Hendricks. Very talented Rachel Hendricks.
She is good. You two play friends in the movie, but you're buddies in real life, right?
Yes, we are. We're close friends. We worked together before with the Irwins on a TV pilot in 2009, and that's where we kind of connected, and we've been great friends ever since. And so I think that really helped with our on-screen chemistry. And she's wonderful to act alongside.
There's some other actors in this film that people might be familiar with: John Schneider, Jasmine Guy, and she has a really emotional scene in the film. But there's also some laughs, and I was thinking of Chris Sly from American Idol. He has some pretty funny parts in here.
Yes, yeah, John Schneider and Jasmine are both incredible. Really helped make the movie what it is, and Chris Sly, along with Austin Johnson, they work great together, and they provided some necessary comic relief to the film.
Yeah.
This was Chris's first film, as far as I know, and he just nailed it. He was so funny. Great to work with.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that was his first role. So it's a good, well-rounded cast. We talked a little bit about the response from Charlotte. Now, on a larger scale, what are you hearing? How do you feel now that the movie's been out a few days, a week or two?
It feels like it's continuing to grow by just word of mouth. I know the week leading up to the premiere, we started getting some national attention just from different media sources like NPR and Inside Edition and Variety and LA Times, and just crazy. And also leading up to the premiere, we had a lot of these screenings, around the country, and hearing the response of the audience and people coming up to us afterwards and talking about how this movie kind of helped them heal, and how they connected with the film in a personal way. It's just so cool to hear. I hope that we continue to hear these stories as the movie goes into its second weekend.
Now, where are you from?
From the suburbs of Chicago. So,
Chicago,
Chicago IL. Yeah. Grew up. My town is West Chicago. It's right around Wheaton area. Just a little bit outside the city. But so I'm a Yankee.
But you live in Nashville?
Living in the South. Yeah. Living in the South. Yeah. I still don't drink sweet tea or say y'all, so
No.
Yeah. Don't know if that'll ever happen.
There's been a lot of Nashville is the city of transplants, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, absolutely. Everyone's there for music or something else. But it's an awesome city, and everyone's a transplant. That's right.
Now, here's a question I always ask to find out a little bit about the person I'm speaking with. So, if I were to put it on the table and say, give me maybe two of your favorite all-time movies, I can tell a lot about somebody by how they answer this question.
Okay.
So, for Jason Burkey, what are a couple of your favorite films that you just think of right away?
Yeah, all-time favorite is The Sandlot. I'm all about just that time period, kind of like late 50s, 60s. I love and I love baseball and like coming of age stories. So Sandlot by far outranks them all. Yeah, you're killing me, Smalls. That is a classic. I think another one, well, this isn't movie, but the Band of Brothers miniseries.
Yeah.
I love, because I just love, and again, I love that era. I love World War II, and I just, thought it was really well done. It would be awesome to be a part of a project like that.
I've often said that, too. The Band of Brothers is just top of the list.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so those two come to mind. I mean, there's a lot of others that are great, but those are two top
Good
ones.
answers.
Yes.
Now, you mentioned a couple times.
Did I pass the test?
You did. You passed the official You Rockin' movie selection test.
Nice. Good.
This era that you like, I was looking at your website, and you kind of have a couple of pictures up there where you kind of got that, I don't know if it's like the Ryan Gosling Notebook look going on. Like, is that something you hear?
Yeah, I haven't heard the Ryan Gosling thing before, but a lot of those are from another independent feature film I did last year called The Screenwriters, and that was set in like the late 1920s, early 30s in Hollywood, which I think is just like incredible if I lived back then. But and that was a comedy that we shot in Virginia for a few weeks. That should be coming out, hitting the festival circuit this year, and then probably going to have a DVD release later on. But that's where a lot of those photos came from, and that was one of my favorite projects to work on, just because of the style of it, and it was just a fun project.
That's what I meant. Like, you look like you fit. I'm not surprised to hear that you like that throwback era, because you look like you fit there. And I can see with the suspenders and the slicked over hair enjoying that.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Yeah, that was the haircut that I had in third grade, so bringing it back.
Nice. Now, what else do you have going on? I saw an article, and it was talking about Ten Commandments of Chloe. And now the thing that intrigued me is you're talking about improv dialogue?
Yes. Yeah, that was kind of this impromptu feature film that we shot in Nashville, really over like a few days, and it was just kind of run and gun filmmaking. There wasn't a script. The director had like an outline for the film, and so how we would go about each scene, he would just be like, okay, this needs to happen in the scene at some point. Like, we need to get to this. This needs to come out. Action, you know. And then we'd be like, okay. So yeah, all the dialogue was completely improvised, and you know, that was one of the more like challenging and rewarding things I've done, because it is a challenge as an actor to do improv, and especially a feature-length film that's completely improvised. I was a little nervous going into it, but it ended up being some of the most kind of like raw and authentic acting that I think I've done, just because there wasn't a script to follow, and it was just it was all playing off the other actor and reacting to what they were giving you. So
yeah.
It was cool. It was really cool. That's another one that should be hitting festivals this year sometime. So looking forward to that.
So you've been at this for a while, and you're definitely trending upward. How long have you been doing acting and specifically movies?
Yeah, I started in theater. Grew up doing theater from middle school through college, and didn't start pursuing it as a career in film and television until about 3.5 years ago when I moved to Nashville, and that's when I decided to start pursuing it. And I've been fortunate enough to have some great opportunities. So we'll see. Every day is different.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so
I'm excited to see what happens. You know, I don't know. I don't know what's next. There's, you know, continuing to audition, continuing to kind of hone my craft, and waiting for a few of those features that I mentioned to be released this year, and then kind of seeing what'll happen after October Baby had this run, and you know, I'm kind of up for anything.
So let me go this way with the question. You're sitting around, you get the phone call, and if you get the dream phone call from any one actor or actress, and they want to work with you in their next film, who is it out there that you would really just love to work with out of the established crowd?
Ooh, okay. I would love to work with Kyle Chandler.
Okay.
He was the dad in Super 8, and he was also in Friday Night Lights, the TV show. He was the coach, and back in the day, Early Edition on that TV show.
You know, Early Edition, nice.
Yeah, oh yeah, Early Edition was great, and that was set in Chicago. I think they filmed it in Chicago as well.
Should have had a longer TV life.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I've got a respect for him as an actor. He just seems so authentic. I know a lot of what they did on Friday Night Lights was improvised, and just in different interviews and things, he just seems like a real humble guy and real professional. I would love to work with him.
What about an actress?
Can you make that happen?
Can I make that happen? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll call all my connections, which basically consist of my mom and sister. What about an actress? You get that phone call from an actress. Who is it?
Okay. Oh man, that's a good one. Last. I think it would be fun to act alongside Zooey Deschanel and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Zooey. Yeah,
everybody loves Zooey.
Yep, they do. I think that would be fun.
Charm.
What's that?
She just drips charm.
Yeah. She's quirky and crazy. I think that would be fun. So yeah, those may be my top two.
I tell you, man, I think you got a good thing going, and I'm reading some of the buzz, and it's definitely taken off for you, and I'm just glad you took the time to talk to me about it for a few minutes.
Oh yeah, man, anytime. I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
All right, thanks, Jason Burkey, co-star of October Baby. It's in theaters now. And what are the other ones to look out for? You said screenwriters.
The Screenwriters and 10 Commandments of Chloe.
And they can keep up with you through your website, which is jasonburkey.net. .net. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thanks a lot for your time, Jason.
Glenn, thanks again, man.